It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got the GOAT, Tom Brady.
He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Pats and the Jets on Thursday night.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They start the drive with Martin. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this Patriots defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
"54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 14 carries, 73 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll give to Falk up the middle. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. The Patriots at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Brady going to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Running right, here's Falk. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The numbers for Falk a week ago, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Now a give inside for Falk. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But
and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Off the play fake, Pennington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. From the 46, here's second down and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw again. That pass complete to Quebec. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll run. Martin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Operating from the gun. Pennington toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They tried the fade there. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a play fake. Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the give, here's Falk. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 23, here's second down and a yard. On the handoff, this is Falk. A beautiful fake. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Throwing now is Brady. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's second and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw. Pennington. This will be caught over the middle here by Quebec. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 6.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A give going right to Martin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Morton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Pennington. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, A lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a give left side to Falk. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On play action, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. That's caught right side by Quebec. 7 yards there and a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Pennington. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll look to throw again. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Here we go.
Off play action. Pennington. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Now Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Here's Brady to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Brady to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brady now to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Now Brady again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Here's Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Pats have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 2. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Brady. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Brady going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, they'll throw with Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Brady. Caught on the slant. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Miami Dolphins. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He's got a man that's caught left sideline. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Again, it's Brady. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Pennington. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now a quick throw to Moss. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now Martin running right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Pennington. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, he'll drop to... And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pennington. Goes underneath to Martin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Martin. Down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Jets.
And a 10th carry here for Martin. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
He'll try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Goodwin taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets get a bit closer. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it, because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
They can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for New England. 41 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Inside handoff, Smith. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 24. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running plan 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they got 3rd and short.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
Vinatieri's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down and 3. They give to Martin. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They run again on 1st down. Martin. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pennington toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Jets are caught on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Pats offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3rd down and 6. Now Brady. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Brady to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Brady now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. A quick throw by Brady, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals. as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. That pass complete to Corbett. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. The Jets on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. 20! And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Deion Kane. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one brought in by Corbett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Pennington. It's caught right side by Corbett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Pennington.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Pennington throwing left side. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. Looking to throw. Pennington. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Pennington. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 3rd and 4. A give to Martin here out of the gun. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Pennington. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Pennington. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run for it with Martin. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Now 2nd and 9.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. On play action, it's Brady.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Deion Kane. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So out now come the Jets.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Operating from the gun, Pennington. This will be caught over the middle here by Corbett. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Looking to throw. Pennington. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Pennington. Flushed out right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Pennington. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pennington. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Pennington.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Look at the big man rumble. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.